squad. Destiny Gundam blockers. Destiny Gundam blockers. Is this good enough? Probably is. Probably is. Alright, I'm back. Putting an order through for some food. I just got out of bed. Who's in chat? We got Pale Yo. Welcome. What's up, homie? First, yes, sir. We up, Shaggy, Hot Dog, 2 Impulse. Yep, this is the deck we were playing yesterday, I believe. Yeah, we're looking at that list. 2 Impulse, 1 Force. Wait, 2 Impulse, 1 Force. Yep. Definitely different as far as ratios go. Yep, Silver Bullet is gross against any kind of red. I ran into some playing a blue-white with Silver Bullet and the new Rashid, and I just hated life. Exactly. Yep. That is what Red Bullet does. Which is why I'm also not going to play red, because if you do manage to sit cross the table against every single red or every single white player playing like 4 red bullets all of a sudden, it's like, okay, your deck can never exist in the meta game because it will simply lose for the most part. Just double checking my food app. Just woke up, I'm like freaking starving, man. I literally put 2 orders in right now. Tell this guy. Let's see here. $20 to Apex. Unfortunately, couldn't stay on one stream yesterday. Work got busy. Hopefully I can today. At least I'll be able to hear you in the background. 100%. Let's go. Alright, so here we are. This is the deck that we're gonna be playing again. I had a new person join the webcam last night. Late night, I was just like, okay, let's just jump into a room. Saw someone new, jumped in. Had picked up the well, number 1, they were Canadian. Number 2, they picked up the Minerva deck, and they were like completely lost. But I did not push them a certain way too much. Just kind of told them, coming into Gundam, you probably want to keep an open mind and not listen to anybody until you make your own assumptions about everything, and then you can go about like getting advice or whatever once you're actually lost. Mostly because I don't want people to jump to conclusions of whether you should be going first or second by listening to other people. Mostly just using their own brain. Alright, is this the deck? Is this 100% the deck we'll be playing? Probably. This is it. Let's copy, go here, put it in, start the ranked match. Not like ranked or normals matters much, but what is my hand? Okay. Let's go with the mulligan here. Well, I've got to have a lot of bursts in my shields, but we have 3 pots in hand. This is better. Got the sword strike to throw away. Sword impulse, sword strike, sword impulse. Okay, I don't want to play with full screen exactly. How do we? There we go. Perfect. Okay. Let's put down the Lifrith. Just want to make sure we can see my hand, their hand, and chill. Okay, this person just plays that out. We could get rid of the striker pack immediately, although he is playing red, so it's probably could be a solid reason to just slam this now. We're also just gonna attack the shields, see what they do. They're gonna block. Cool. We'll end the turn. I need to find a new like non-copyright playlist on Spotify for streaming. Okay, let's try this one. Because I don't want to listen to the same shit. Also, I swear half of these songs are like also just like copyright. We got the Destiny Gundam for the late game, which is sweet. We got Silver Bullet, which is our answer to red. Now we just need the heart onto it. He gets to pop the striker pack, which is obviously good for him. Double graceful demeanor. It is what it is. Let's If he wants to attack me, I'm like kind of cool with that overall. Force him to trade into me or whatever he wants to do. I guess he can trade a small guy into me now. Okay, he popped his base. He pumps his guy. Lee Sin. Sup, one punch. One freaking punch. It's the one freaking punch, man. Lee Sin, yes sir. That's the video I sent you. See, Lee Sin in set number 2. D tier hero still pops off in current Riftbound. That's what I mean, baby. Skill. You gotta put a Kira on this guy? What the hell? Why would you put a Kira on that? I mean, I'm in no rush to kill your base here for the most part. So we're just gonna get rid of this thing. Sure. That also is irrelevant. Let's play the Silver Bullet. Let's play the sword. Ping ourselves. End the turn. Running low on cards, but not exactly because obviously Destiny Gundam exists. Any prediction of the top decks at Montreal? Montreal likes their blocker decks. I'm going to assume that blocker red-white will do pretty well over there. Yeah. So if a lot of people bring like wing and other blocker decks, they'll do pretty well. Pop that. Do I want to attack with the Silver Bullet? Excellent question. If my Destiny Gundam dies, I'll be in a pretty not cool position. But he can also just do a bunch of ping damage to me. So I probably just have to go aggressive here and get as much damage in as possible. So even if he wants to kill, like, I don't know, 2 of these guys, I can get 1 more damage in next turn and hopefully draw a pilot at some point. Ale Strike, yeah. Sure. What do you want to kill? You want to kill my Silver Bullet, right? I'm gonna assume. Those are my predictions. Okay, kill the Destiny Gundam. Plays another blocker. The base. Do I need to play anything else right now? Another blocker, potentially. We're almost at that point in the game. Destiny Gundam needs to stick around. These guys can get bounced at later times. So we're just gonna play the sword here. Cause I'll make a 4-2 with the striker pack anyways. Here comes the Lifrith. The Lifrith. He bounces me again. Totally fine. He's gotta have at least one Neo Zeong in his hand. If not, 2. Do I want to lose the Destiny Gundam? Is the big question. The answer is like, not particularly. Do I want to make a 4-2 to get popped? You can only pop this guy anyways, so you could play burn spells, but there's already so much to kill. We'll make the 4-2. And then, yeah, if you attack my shields, I potentially get a pilot. Improved technique, yeah. Okay, lucky him. Providence Gundam. Okay, so he's not playing Neo Zeong. He's just playing this list, which makes it better for me. I don't need to attack right now, but I do want to crack his. I don't mind if this guy dies. Or I can wait till next turn, play this guy, wait till next turn, then go on the offense. Because I can bounce these guys at the end of his turn, and then see what he does, so I don't have to worry about the blocker. Hello, House, how's it going? There's the new Digimon set coming out and a new star deck that I was looking into. For those of you guys who are interested in picking up a more competitive, much more in-depth game from Bandai. Do I want to take this hit? I think I do. I just want to pilot. Nope. Do I want to take this hit? No. We do not want to be on the defensive side of things. Okay. This is where I simply take the hit. Sure. Hello, CCG. Yo, someone told me you will be on. Yes, sir. That somebody was me. Welcome. We're playing into this matchup at the moment. Just blocker walls on blocker walls, man. Okay, well, it's time to, kind of send it at my opponent here. Can't afford 2 cardboard addictions. I'm too heavily invested into Gundam. Well, Digimon is as cheap as Gundam, and all you guys gotta do is not buy booster boxes, because I'm gonna be honest, I don't know why people buy booster boxes. A deck or 2 is like less than $100. Yeah, I'm kind of screwed here for the most part. So there's not exactly a lot to do. I'm gonna be honest here. Dopamine. New type. Wish me luck. Good luck, my guy. How's zombies going? I just started. It's going not good for us because he's gotten a lot of value off of the Exias, and we didn't get to exactly resurrect anything. But we just got a striker pack, which helps. We need a pilot though. Yeah. Obviously we're gonna block here since there's not much else to do. Bounce the blockers, and we're dead. Concede, we lost to blocker wall. I hate blockers. And I'm sitting here playing blockers, but yeah. I think also did he got a pretty like really good opening hand and just played all of his burn spells and got into all of his late game cards. I have like 18 paper decks. Dopamine. Do I want a mulligan's hand? Kinda do. I don't really have exactly what I want, which is my early game and sword strike and stuff. The only time I bought Digimon booster boxes was my local game store liquidating $45 a box. Nice. Yeah, the new simulator is going to be coming out relatively soon, probably at some point this year. So I'm going to be playing that on stream probably when I get back in October from being wed. And then I have a Digimon deck on the side. A couple of my clients have gone to Digimon or just started digging into it on the side for fun. And yeah, I think Digimon is... I still think Digimon's probably Bandai's best game. Somebody just joined in here from yesterday who I was playing against. He was from One Piece, and yeah, he was like getting to Gundam just because it's cheap, just like Bandai games are, but also because One Piece is becoming very expensive, like and very like obviously toxic meta and all that jazz. Definitely want to play this right now. Then I could go Shin if I want, but I feel like I'm just gonna not do that. Well, I could just go aggressive on him. But he's playing purple, so let's not do that. This Saturday going for my second NTC game, going Neo Zeon with 8 blockers and Marita and her units. Hopefully it's enough to get into top 3. Top 3, top 4, yeah, hopefully. I mean, almost any single deck can get into top 4, and some of the... I always mention this to people, like some people's new type challenges are only 4 rounds, which is kind of an unfair, like people always bring up the fact like this guy's new type challenge was 3 rounds, this guy's new type challenge was 4 rounds, this guy's new type challenge was like 5 rounds, right? And it's like if somebody's 4 rounds, it's a lot easier to get to top 4, I guess, compared to like 5 rounds or whatever. But yeah, hopefully you do well. I mean, any of the meta-ish decks, and I've linked you guys towards many other YouTube channels presenting new type winner decks and stuff. Not worried about Silver Bullet or New Rashid. Yeah, it's gonna be a thing you guys might be worried about. Okay, I gotta kill things, right? I have to kill unit. Well, this guy blocks the Amuro, so I don't have to worry about that too much. And then this guy just suicides and kills the GM, or puts the heart onto it. Mill 2, and then I kill one of these, or kill one of this guy. Kinda want to kill this Gundam though. I could link. There's no point. We'll just have to hope he doesn't have another Amuro or anything. But I think we're still probably fine. Yeah, mine are usually 5. The only one that was 4 was a Blizzard, and we did a 6 once they had 46, 48 spots. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, some of the online new type challenges, like they'll post them and they're like only four rounds, or like somebody wins a new type or gets like top 4, but they got like a round 1 bye or something. It's like, you know, it's a lot easier to win a tournament or top 4 if you get a free win. I'm expecting heavy Blurple and 1 year war for new type. Would be the best deck to help counter those. Blocker Swap. Blocker Swap has proven time and time again to be the best answer, or at least a consistent answer to beating those type of decks. So play Blocker Swap, you know, GDO1 Freedom blockers, Minerva blockers, League Military blockers. So we did have the second Gundam, which I can also kill. But we did hit a base at the perfect timing. Because if he doesn't have anything, then we're gonna basically if he doesn't have another pilot or a link, we're gonna be able to just stick around for a while. Attack, kill. Play the command, make it into a 2/4, play the pilot, pump it to a 4/6, end the turn, have Destiny Gundam online plus impulse for double tap, double pop. Think he's fucked next turn? Yeah, I agree. I think he's screwed. The O blockers, I wouldn't do the O. The O is too slow, but I would do like literally 50 blocker decks, right? I would go all in on as many blockers as possible with Graceful Demeanor. So either play the League Military list of blockers that have already proven itself a little bit, or just do like all blockers with Kusanagi, AL Strike, or other ones like Silver Bullets and stuff. Okay, I'm obviously going to block that, so I can get this guy off the board. Is he gonna trade? Because I'm okay with that. So I wouldn't do the O. Okay, he's going after the shields because he knows that he has no links. Okay, he has a ping damage. Should be fine. Yeah, it's gonna grab this guy. He should not be able to kill my... Or no, he will be able to kill it. Yeah, it's fine, I guess. Not really fine, but I guess it's fine. Probably should have grabbed the blocker. I guess I couldn't have grabbed the blocker, so yeah, it's fine. We'll just have to grab another Destiny Gundam at some point. Or more blocker wall. Yeah, I'll just play a bunch of blockers. Like, as many blockers as humanly possible. Like, I'll play a blue-white blocker wall with show resolves and just draw. Blocker, blocker, blocker. Uni said in his most recent video he thinks Striker Pack time has come to an end. Citing token hate like Graceful, definitely untrue. Striker Pack's time has not come to an end. People just have not been putting... Number one, a lot of people only play like 2 or 1 or whatever Striker Packs. They don't even play the full amount of Strikers, which is... something that they probably should do. I've been running 4. The Striker Pack's time has definitely not come to an end. because it's one of the only deterrents out of your shield, especially if you're not playing red. To you're not playing red, you need good active bursts that destroy your opponent's aggro units, and Striker Pack is like one of the best ones. And then again, we're not playing Striker Pack because we're playing against white decks. We're playing Striker Pack because we're playing against Blurple, 1 Year War, and they don't have access to Graceful Demeanor anyways. So, and again, if you love playing white with overflowing affections, then you can always just overflow, discard Striker Pack as soon as you know you're into a white matchup. But again, a lot of people are only playing a couple Graceful Demeanors, which is not enough to always balance the Striker Pack. And going down one card is not too big of a deal in a game like Gundam at the moment. I feel like Minerva needs a command card to help the Graveyard Resurrections. There's Awakened Potential, whatever the card's called, to be the Monster Reborn. So you can revive, or maybe a card that's more like more high tier meta. Yeah, Minerva does need like, you know, 2 or 3 more cards, like probably 1 more LR, 1 more rare, and then like some command card. I have break so much even with hyper aggro on MSA. MSA sucks. That's crazy. I don't think you can really brick with hyper. Well, I mean you can, but yeah. Let's take this guy out. Boom. Let's take this guy out. Let's resurrect our blocker. And I'm gonna block her wall. No, it's gonna go grab my my drinks. I'm gonna make a 2/4 just so I don't get like, I don't know, pinged or something. I do believe the algorithm MSA is off. Yes, I think they've already proven that it's off, at least for the most part. That is purposely done like that, which I disagree with. It should not be done like that, but it is. 4 Striker Packs or go home? Yeah, I always just play 4 Striker Packs. Overflow, discard Striker Pack, no need to play it, and then if it comes out of burst, it's a free card. Free blocker, 3/3 blocker, it's pretty good. And again, if aggro is so disgusting, we kind of need to go about it that way. Okay, so we need to kill all these things, right? Select our opponent here, resurrect this guy, pop the token, attack the shield area, overflowing affection, discard the Striker Pack, play the silver bullet, attack this guy, get rid of it. Just pass and then go for like the GG's next turn. I'm gonna grab my drink, guys. Thanks for all 47 of you guys being in chat. I'll be right back. What's this guy doing? Doing a good unicorn deck. Also been seeing results with Earthfed in Japan. Very exciting. Yeah, I never get around to building the Earthfed deck, but hopefully it's not just like aggro spam and 1-drops. But I was saying in a couple streams ago and since day one that Gun Cannon 108, 109 is like one of the most... It's a very strong card that came out in this set for what it does. And yeah, I just never actually got around to building it. I've been doing so many of these live streams that this guy quit or what, dude? Yeah, I've been doing so many of these live streams that I haven't really had time to like go dive into that deck. And I figured somebody would make it, so I guess if Japan is doing well with it. Yeah, so in classic fashion, every single time I live stream, it seems like, you know, the MSA arena always crashes exactly when I go live for some reason. It's very, very interesting. Very suspicious. Very suspicious. But yeah, this is the deck that we were using. We lost against a blocker mirror match with against a red version, which is unfortunate. They just kind of saw all their big guys and all of their early game burn spells. So they used all their early game burn spells in the early game, and then they drew into all their big guys later on. Let's build it on stream one day. Let's build it right now. Let's go to deck builder. Let's go to make sure I'm not like right. Is there a what do you call it? What do you call it? White base. So white base, right? So white base, obviously we're gonna probably put Gundam in here. Probably this one. We're obviously gonna play this card. Definitely gonna play this card. Definitely gonna play Amuro. Definitely play Gundam. Gun Cannon is a very solid pick for me. It's a white base trait. This card's always been really good to aggro. G Fighter. And then obviously these are the guys that link with this guy, right? Kai and Haiko. So Kai and this dude. White base, obviously like super good base, gun tank. Where's Angsha at? Is Angsha not a white base? I guess it's just like a Earth Federation card instead. Okay, so what are the people in Japan doing with this deck? Penelope? Ooh, yes, Penelope. True. GDO 4 Penelope. Penelope right here, flight form. The one that gives all your guys extra AP. Makes them stronger. Alright, you guys. Maybe does Eggman... I won. Let's go. Opponent banned match. Okay. I'm assuming Eggman has the thing, or you guys want to run me through it. Penelope specifically is cited at 1 Japan and in a local NTC here. Very nice. Very nice. Also stupid cheap alt art. Oh yeah, 100%. The alt art for Gun Cannon is like ridiculously cheap. $12 right now. Probably can get it for like $8. Headless Gundam is a hidden gem. I see one guy use that card in Amuro clear board. Yeah, this card is obviously I think this card is like, to me the card in itself is not very good, but in a deck that's based on Amuro, it's like a combo piece. Eagle Nest list is up to. Let's go to Eggman events and let's see where the NTC stuff has been, right? Whoa. Gundam. Phantom Aria. Tournament deck list table. Team deck list, tournament deck list. Okay. Looking. I don't see it here. Is there somewhere else I should be looking for the Earth aggro? These ones? Official Store Championships, GDO 4, Shop Battle. This is aggro. Headless Gundam. Yeah, Eagle list is up to. How do I find out about this list? Now I could go to the community Discord. and go all the way down here and go to deck discussions and go to where is it? Nope. Nope. Where's Earth Federation aggro? Earth Federation white base. Discord is like bugged right now, or like nothing's working. I don't know why. Is there a Penelope list over here? Penelope. I don't see Penelope. There's Mafty, but I don't see Penelope. Go back one page to the pie charts. Okay. Form a deck list, Eggman, Eagle Nest. Did Eagle Nest have a have one? This is from yesterday. Webcam locals. Were there only 4 decks here? This is top 4. Oh, just Kira. Disgusting. Not a real deck. Destiny blockers. Yep, pretty much what I'm playing here. Nothing special, just a worse version. Yeah, I don't know where to find the Japanese list. Okay, I guess nobody in chat has the list. But Penelope? Well, I won't be building it on stream unless we have a blueprint. The Japanese list is on TCG Top Decks. TCG Top Decks? Is that on Eggman's thing? Library. Home. Tournaments. Build. Gundam. Are you talking about EX Burst? More helpful than my suggestion of Japan, duh. No, it's the one on website? Okay. Okay, let's go to GDO4 card list decks. GDO4 deck lists. Okay. So we're looking for Penelope. Holy moly, why are there so many deck lists on here that are just like not real? Japan. Unicorn. Yeah, grab the link, Howell. Because is gonna take a bit. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, while you guys do that, I'm gonna open up my drink, get some sugar in me for this live stream. I think I have another 2 hours and then I gotta coach. Potentially more though. This client that I'm coaching is usually late or comes at the last minute, so. Oh my god. Did I really just do that? It's not good. My drink is all over the place. Let's attempt to fix the problem. Okay, I have fixed the issue. I just need a napkin. Hal just send it to me on Discord because it doesn't show up on stream. So yeah, just send it to me on Discord. I'm on the correct site. Okay, it's not there. Okay. Maybe if I just go to like Dex. No, it's just not there. Is there an article? Recent posts, comments. Nope. Nothing. Yep, pretty much nothing. Okay, ignoring all that sidetracking. Let's just get back to playing more Minerva squad. Also gonna put on my sweater. It's too damn cold in this house. It's like almost, it's supposed to be like summer right now, but it's still not summer in Canada. So I'm still like freezing. As soon as it's gonna be like super hot outside, I'm going to literally be going out and enjoying life. Do I want a mulligan this hand? I have a high blocker count. And I'm going first. So I'll keep it. I got multiple. Yeah, there's a blocker. Okay, time to put on my sweater. I'm putting on my StarCraft 2 hoodie. StarCraft is awesome. I'm watching ASL right now if you guys follow StarCraft 1. Super fun time. You guys also playing Minerva squad, so we can just be aggressive with our HP here and put the base on the top. Gonna keep the base on the top so that I can save it for the very, very late game, or if I need to go find something. My worry with purple white is wing and red. Yep, wing is a deck that will beat Minerva most of the time, and that's one of the reasons why I'm still playing wing. I think I told my clients yesterday that one of the reasons why I'm actually still playing wing in the metagame is because I actually have people I can prey on, which is Minerva and like some other random things. So like Minerva and the League Militarist. If I wasn't able to just simply defeat those two archetypes because they're pretty heavy in the metagame, then Wing would simply lose to Neozeong, Wing would lose to aggro, and it would lose to like complete blocker swap as well. I am not going to Montreal. Montreal is very far from me. And I don't have like the funds to travel and book hotels and all that jazz. Yeah, I'll block you. Why not? Boom, the deck list. Oh, it's Age. Age Penelope. Wait, isn't this just old? This is just old. There's nothing in GDO4 in here. This thing won a new type challenge in GDO4 in the UK. I don't know if I can take it seriously. I don't mind losing the base here, but I do want to just be aggressive into my opponent. So I'm just going to slam down two of these guys, get them out of my hand. I bricked so hard on NTC. Damn, dude, yeah, I feel that. Kester, I've lost to Wing in my first 3 games in a row. Yeah, if you're playing Minerva, Wing is like your worst matchup. You can win it, but you have to, yeah, just hard. So you probably want to like tinker with your deck to make sure you don't lose into Wing or play like complete blockers. When Wing doesn't curve, it's cooked. Yeah, but that's why it's got blockers as well. I have my sword impulse to rest something. I also have Zahar to do a lot of things as well. This guy's going to die from a striker pack at some point. His base is going to get taken out by also something. Probably want to take the base out like immediately. So let's just do that. Apply as much pressure as we can to this guy. And then we'll simply attack him again here. How do you find the matchup versus Blue-Eyed Banshee? So Blue-Eyed Banshee, I find Minerva is fine into. You can still go aggressive and block her up and get a lot of value. But playing a blocker mirror match is hard. So I prefer if I wasn't playing a blocker mirror match against them in particular. So obviously I tell you guys don't deploy the impulse just randomly. But I feel like in this case, he has no way of killing it at the moment. Because he has no swords in his trash. Okay, he's playing Blurple Tekkadan. With Wing, Wing is totally fine into Blue-White Banshee. So with Wing, I find Blue-White Banshee is beatable. But as with any Mega Blocker deck, Wing does sometimes it doesn't have the gas. It doesn't have the extra card advantage to keep going forward. But if you run death sights and be very aggressive, you'll have a good time against blue-white. Especially if you play like death sights and stuff. You can just kind of attack them and kill them. A lot of these decks that are trying to go to late game, their weaknesses are just getting run over immediately. What is happening? This thing hits for 4. I need some other cards right now. This is so annoying, isn't it? Because wing is blocker heavy, I've had many matches. I've never seen anything wing. That's what happened to NTC 4 games in a row. Deck kept breaking. Mulligan once to 5 piles, instant surrender. Yeah, so guys, when I mentioned wing, I mentioned like an actual wing deck, not Kira blocker slop. Which means you gotta run Wing Gundam, Wing Zero, like Path of Victory, like Duo or Shenlong or something. And you're running like a lot more limited on blockers, basically very limiting yourself to like the early game blockers and maybe Silver Bullet. That's kind of it. You're not playing Kira blocker slot. Not playing like all the blockers in the world. What do I want to do here? I can kill his Impulse Gundam, because his Impulse Gundam is going to bring back, like, that other guy. So... fuck it. And then we'll end the turn. Stay happy with that for now. I want to play Wing on my new type tomorrow. I was worried about aggro. Wing is alright into aggro. In GDO 1, GDO 2, GDO 3, kind of. The biggest scare for aggro, especially GDO 1, GDO 2, was Wing Zero. Wing Zero was the great equalizer. It was one of the only cards in the game that could actually wipe a full board of like 6 guys. Am I just dead to a link? Yeah, I'm just dead. Okay, concede. So this is how you lose against like Minerva. Minerva's weakness is to get run over early on. Obviously he's playing with ping and he got 4 links, so or 3 links. So we got run over. You guys feel V Gundam? You mean turn A Gundam with tokens can be top of the meta this season? Turn A Gundam is 100% not anywhere near the top. It's probably near the bottom. I think turn A, the LR turn A Gundam is such a bad card. It's not even funny. This is also one of the things we need to like keep in mind. Like I'm playing against all of these decks. Like my deck is kind of made to beat aggro and go late game, which is a lot of people's decks. But if you play into a blocker mirror match or anything that's not aggro, right? The game gets weird. The game gets very weird. Victory Gundam? Victory Gundam tokens is top of the meta, yes. It is top of the meta because it can put an immediate stop to aggro, without having to think about it at all. And it has a self-sufficient engine. It's inconsistent, just like most decks in Gundam. But you only need to be consistent, honestly, into aggro. And if you are consistent, you pretty much just win for the most part. Let's see what he wants to do here. Do I need to? Let's just start slamming down as many things as possible, actually. We're playing the Minerva, let's just slam down, guys. So Victory Gundam is definitely a contender for sure, because it is a borderline blocker slop. If you go down the blocker slop route, you are just playing Victory Gundam blocker slop. It's not like it's doing anything super crazy, and then you get so much draw power off of your Victory Gundam that you're just getting free show resolves off every single time you attack. So yeah, Victory Gundam's like pretty much kind of crazy. What about G-Quok's deck? What's that deck's tier? You mean clan? Clan is pretty much in the same spot it was in last set, where they can top or even win a new type challenge. They can do like, it can stay at a 60% win rate pretty well. We played it on the stream. We went 20-10 overall. So the deck is like definitely real solid. The issue is the meta needs to very much settle down. Otherwise, we can't build our decks to counter one thing or another. We're just kind of stuck. So yeah, Clan is one of those decks that it's almost like Wing. It can do well into one thing or another. It can be consistent enough. It's a good enough deck. But we don't have sideboards. We don't have best of threes. We play into like only aggro. Like we're bound to lose one of those games. If we play into only blockers, if our deck is built to beat aggro in particular very heavily, we're not gonna have a very good time into blockers. Same thing with like red purple CV or anything. Like we're kind of forced to design our decks to beat one or the other, and only a very few decks can actually beat blockers and aggro. And because of that, all the other decks that are kind of like, they don't only have the option of doing that. They're kind of just there. And if you try to beat both, you end up having an even more inconsistent deck and end up losing. So I think Clan, I would still take Clan to a new type. I think it's fun. I think you can get top 4 with it if you pair into the right things, or if your local meta is different. So it's all about tweaking your decks and playing towards what your local meta is. If you don't want to play the blocker swap standard and the aggro golden standard. I want to do something to this guy. Unfortunately. Okay. Let's play this. Let's play this. Let's make it into a 2-4. And let's just attack the shields, because I just want this guy's HP to be at 0. I'm gonna be honest. As low as it can get. What do you think about green-white Char Gerham aggro deck? I think that if you pair into red with improved technique, you'll die. If you pair into graceful demeanor, that can balance your level 3 units. If you're trying to be very, very aggressive, you can kind of struggle. And if you're reliant halfway on Char, you are going to... If you're relying on Char a bit, 6 HP bases will hurt you. And so the metagame should shift into like having a lot of 6 HP bases and, you know, beating aggro, and then more on the blocker side outside of the people that want to play pure aggro. So I don't think Gerham aggro is a thing. People already tried it. It's not like we got a crazy amount of cards. If you can cheese your opponent to a victory through Graceful Demeanor or something, and just bounce, cool, but you can't do that 5 times in a row. That's a very inconsistent play pattern. What the hell is happening? Like, okay, I was gonna end my turn. I am just getting Force Impulsed with Shin very aggressively. Aggro is rampant in my area. It's like 80% in my area. Control decks are getting smoked. Yeah, you want to play blocker slop, not just control, but like straight up blocker slop. Or play like one of my burst style decks and just go, yep, I'm going to play red. I'm going to burn you down. I'm going to play all the burst cards and have a good time, essentially. This guy gets another free card to his hand, which he can then use to rest my unit if he wants to. This man's drawn 3 of these, and okay. Okay, resting doesn't do anything. Sure. Do I want to bounce the Lifris? No, because I can Destiny Gundam, but then my Destiny Gundam will die. If I play Destiny Gundam right now, I'll pop this. I'll kill nothing, I'll just die. So maybe we need to like just play our own units and kind of just call it there. So yeah, my locals is also just complete aggro because obviously they're not very good players, and aggro is like the easiest way for them to get to the top 4 or win and even have fun with the game, I guess, because if you don't play aggro and you get smoked, Gundam is not fun for anybody, except for the guy who's getting a bunch of free money from the top of the top 4. Give me another Shin. And again, because aggro was so rampant, that's literally the entire reason why I built my decks to be burst style, like burst mode, right? The entire strategy of mine that I invented was literally designed to beat aggro, so you could do that if you wanted to. Okay, if he attacks here, there's so many guys on his board, man. Like, I don't even know if I'm supposed to use Graceful Demeanor here, but yeah, I guess I have to use it here because he can't play anything else now. There goes his blocker. He has another Force Impulse Gundam, which is gonna like recycle a bunch of stuff. Okay, this doesn't kill anything, but it does get me back my blocker, which will block this. But I'm still gonna end up losing a bunch of stuff. But it might be the only thing to do here at the moment. Let's take this guy out. Let's get this. Let's get back my blocker. And then we pretty much just hope to draw another Destiny Gundam at some point. He's going after my shields here. I'm totally okay with that. One of the issues with playing like a burst solid deck in the current format is that when you when you basically, what do you call it? When you build your deck to go late game, you all of a sudden hit Neo Xiong, and then Neo Xiong just sits there and looks at you and says, "Yeah, I'm gonna kill you no matter what," and you lose the game. Which is my issue with Neo Xiong being in the current game at the current moment. Of course, you can again go down the road of like you're basically never gonna play into the O or Neo Xiong and these type of, you know, ideas. Like even Wing right now is kind of like you're not really gonna see Wing in the meta game. I'm just kind of getting run over here. What is happening? It's getting completely wrecked. Yeah, I'm dead. So we lost to, I mean, this guy just got to recycle and ping me again, right? Pretty much just beat down Blurple. The power of having additional ping damage for free gets you so far, even past my blockers. Minerva is not very good into Minerva since Sword Strike can't pop anything. And then he got to resurrect so much card advantage off of like force after force after force. My local is almost 50-50 with both aggro and blocker swap. Oddly, no red, just Wing, Unicorn. What? Wing, Unicorn, Blurple. CB, now Victory Gundam. Well, then you should probably play red. There's a lot of Wing players this week at my local for some reason. Yeah, this is why you have to... Neo Xiong. Yeah, you have to pretty much just build your list towards your own locals. This is why I keep telling people, like, people look at my deck list from like GDO 2, GDO 3, and they're like, this will never work. I'm like, my guy, not every single person's locals is the same thing as the top 8 deck list from regionals. Like, we're not playing against the top 8 at regionals. We're playing against our own city, which, you know, is going to be popular in like whether it's blockers, aggro, red, other stuff. Some people like only play blockers. Some locals. Some people just have like this opinion, which is true, that hey, we're all, if you play pure aggro, you're just a degenerate, and nobody likes you, and just like straight up just to your face, like nobody here likes you because you're playing straight aggro. You can 100% play it, but we all want you to know that we have no respect for you or your skill, period. And then everybody kind of collaboratively, like, or collectively kind of just plays like anything but pure aggro outside of like maybe 1 or 2 people. And then there's 1 or 2 aggro players rarely make it to the top because everybody else is just playing, you know, complete blockers. So only so many times you can beat aggro or pure blockers, or even red for that matter. Okay, this Minerva stuff is not exactly working. This deck list here, I cannot get behind because it's literally just, you know, beat down, kind of, and then it's just GDO 3 stuff. So if something didn't work in GDO 2, GDO 3, it's not gonna work now. Pretty much, especially when it doesn't have any of the new cards. There's no point of looking at this. So apologies to you guys. Let's go back to my deck here. Yeah, the O wins a few events. Is the O still viable? Yeah, the O is still viable. Still trying to make it work, but confusing over Amuro, Kira, and Pap, or Amuro, Banner, and Pap. Well, over time, everybody has realized that Paptimus Banner is like the one true way. Not with Kira, not with Amuro, that Banner and Paptimus is the way. and that's how the deck is supposed to be played. If you're gonna play Kira and Amuro in the same deck, you don't need to play the O. You delete the O, you play more early game cards, you just go aggro beatdown on your opponent and win. The O, just like Neo's Yang, can win events. Unicorn Combo can win events. Even Epion, like if you took Epion to a tournament, you know, I wouldn't be surprised that you sat down and won some games, because it is ultimately built upon blocker slop. So if your deck is built upon blocker slop, your foundation is there to like win games. Yeah. Okay, let's look at this deck again. So Impulse Gundam's fine, Lit for this fine. Let's go back to my default version of this, which is like the actual Minerva Zombies list, which is with Ray's Phantom Zaku and this blocker and the red version of it, which I still kind of like a lot, because it has a lot of stuff going on for it and it's not just blockers. So yeah, like I still have my O alt arts. The O's gonna get a star deck in a few months. It's gonna make it go way better for sure. We'll see what we get in the SD stuff as well. So I think O is one of the most fun decks to play in the game. Just like Minerva, like when you're actually doing something with your deck, it's like doing its job, what it's supposed to be doing. It's fun. I forgot what I'm supposed to be. Yeah, okay, mulligan. Okay, cool. I got my playset of all alts and Praptimus, just trying to make it work. Yeah, it works. You just have to accept the fact that when you play against aggro, you are going to get absolutely destroyed. If you want to, you know, look at the O decks that have been doing well at regionals, the last like 2 or 3 regionals, the O did make it to the top 8 or the top 4 and did well. I personally think Purple Red Minerva is better. Yeah, I still think Purple Red Minerva is better simply because of this right here. Boom, goodbye. And we move on with their lives. Like, I literally killed 2 of his cards for 1 card. Is like so nice. And honestly, I can awaken power the Exia back to get another 2 for 1 down the road, which is awesome. I find the lack of draw and discard in the red version to be a problem. I have a hard time finding my palettes with no draw power, and the discard lets you set up Impulse Resurrection effect earlier. The deck doesn't need doesn't need Overflowing Affections to draw discard. That's something that the deck does not need. I think I'll just take it slow here so I can link with Phantom Zaku later on. So like there's decks that require cards in the trash like really quick and desperately, or their deck is so inconsistent like red white where they need to find their deck is made in these cards counter aggro, these cards counter blockers, and they need to go ditch the cards that are not good in the matchups. That's where overflowing is good. Or you're extremely reliant on links. But with this deck, you can just kind of play a dude and it ends up in the trash by default. Oh yeah, we are gonna Phantom Zaku his Gundam. Yes, we are. We are going to Phantom Zaku his Gundam is correct. So we're gonna kill his Phantom Zaku, we're gonna kill his Rig Dom. And have a good time. I think my food is here. Let me check on that real quick. I don't want it to be freezing outside, waiting for my food. Oh, I'll be right back. I gotta grab my food after I do this attack. This guy, boom, select, attack, take this guy out, and then we'll kill the Rigdom. Because this guy can't do anything to our Phantom Zaku, really. And then we'll end the turn. And then we have Awakened Power to resurrect our blocker or our aggro killer Exia. Okay, I'll be right back. Alright, I got my poutine from New York Fries, which is sweet. Let's check out chat. Yeah, I personally like playing red purple a lot more. The whole like blocker thing, it's probably got the better win rate overall, but it just feels like, you know, it's blocker slop. I really don't want to do that. And we can even go down even more blocker slop if we wanted to with like Kira and stuff, which is just disgusting. Let's hope we either get a base here or we draw a base next turn, because we will die to high maneuver like immediately. But we only run 2 bases in the whole deck, so there is that. Did I get a sword? I did get a sword. Way too many Minerva decks are just so boring. People are spending too much time on those premium starters. Just see playing another variant of blocker slop? Yeah, I agree. I do agree that purple white is not as much fun as purple plus something else, or Tekadin or whatever. And that blocker slop is disgusting. I do agree with that. Which is why, I mean, purple red's been my favorite. And I feel like red just got juiced up this set. But because of how aggro exists in the game, it's a best of 1. Like, I wonder if in a best of 3, like, you know, red would have actually a higher win rate into aggro, because it was one of those decks where aggro is scared of red, And a lot of people that did win regionals or worlds, whatever. At Worlds, actually, the world champion of Gundam, um, he was also scared into playing into red, and I don't think he paired into it. So yeah. Okay, now what the hell do we do? He's doing 4 wide, and I have no blockers or anything. So yeah, I guess I just straight up die, which is awesome. Like this is so lame. This is what I hate about Gundam. No interaction. You can't do anything about just Corsica bases and all these things. It's this is what makes the game very lame. That I have no I don't have any ability to actually interact with my opponent, and all he did was play a bunch of 1/1 tokens, and there's no defense mechanism to stop that outside of a base. Which a base is also completely irrelevant because they're probably all gone. And it's not like you want to run as many bases as possible. Which is, yeah, there's no board wipes or anything. Just stick around. But, yeah. That's also one of the reasons why the GDO3 Freedom Gundam was, like, very good for me in my testing in GDO4. Because it was one of the only ways for me to just say, hey, you need to suicide all your small guys into my Freedom Gundam, and I'm going to stick around for a lot longer. Put Atherin in it with MA mode? No, we can't do Atherin because we're running Phantom Zaku and all the other guys. There's no room for Atherin. Also, Atherin only kills one guy. He doesn't exactly kill everything. And I do have an ability to rest one of my opponent's units or kill one of their units. It's when they go 4 wide. There's nothing in the game I can just kind of like, you know, I can't deal with the second Corsica base where he gets 2 1/1s. Coach, should I go blue purple or blue or green blue for store champ? For store championships, I think that. Do you think your locals are going to be playing a lot of Blurple, or do you think they're going to be playing a lot of Zeong? Because Zeong seems to be not showing up on a lot of people's radars, at least in tournaments so far. Like, no one's even playing it. Savory does not help because after we board wiped them, like we did with Destiny Gundam, we board wiped his whole board. He played 4 dudes. So I would need a second Savior Gundam, and when I do deploy the second Savior Gundam and board wipe him again, he still had 3 cards in his hand, along with his shields, which will eventually give him a pilot or something. So I need to board wipe him 3 times in a row, which is just completely ridiculous. It's just like Wing Zero. Like, you simply just can't board wipe 3 times. And so, Savior Gundam, I've literally done it multiple times in playtesting. Perfect, like, everything was perfect, it just doesn't matter. They just have so many cards. Just have too many cards. Like, the guy played a Short Resolve, he got a +1. The guy got Travis 2, he got a +1. That's like 2 extra cards I need to get over. And I haven't gained any value myself. I mean, I get Destiny Gundam and popping this guy, but it's still even at that point. I play blue-green and one of the few locals were shifting to red-white. Yeah, if we went Atherin, you'd be forced to drop the Phantom Zaku Ray, but then you can't eat the enemy links for free. Yeah. Yeah, the Phantom Zaku's way better, I think. What did he do to kill my guy? How did my guy die? Does anybody know how my guy died? Did I block him? I guess I blocked him. I don't know. Okay, let's just play this guy so we can start suiciding our units at some point. We probably need to play the Impulse Gundam as well, because we need to kill the small guys. Gun tank ping. Okay, yeah. Yeah, looking at the chat, I'm literally like forgetting what I'm even doing. He's just trying to go wide because he knows, and I have no ability to negate anything that he does here, which is pretty sad. Yeah, nothing in my hand does anything against him. So we'll just go aggressive. Do I need to go Shin? Yeah, I'm gonna go Shin. I'm gonna attack him again. Okay, I'll just end the turn here. Thought I had 3, but I don't. That's what I mean, man. Like, why don't we have a Dark Hole or Regeki or something? Like, what is this game? Like, if he literally drops, like, you know, another Gundam Amuro Link, swing, 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 I'm literally cooked. Pajama Party, it's not like I didn't see the gun tank on the board. I just literally clicked the screen while reading chat by default through the corner of my eye, not paying attention to what is actually happening. Just clicking the next button. So I blocked him, obviously. But, yeah. Is there even a point of playing this? We're just dead. Super lame. Super lame. Yeah, we had Smash and Ground. Well, not Smash and Ground. We had Fissure. We had Regeki, Trap Hole, freaking Man-Eater Bug, like Penguin Soldier, actual cards, actual interaction, actual deck making, not just like mono strategies. I understand that there was a whole beatdown era in Yu-Gi-Oh, but that's very minor. Dude, even when I played Digimon, I had removal spell to take out at least one big guy. Yeah, Kodiak. Exactly. Play Digimon, you have something. But it's okay, guys. The SD Gundam set is coming. It's gonna save us all. The SD Gundams will unite and empower us. What up, Echo? Echo messages me last night. He's like, "Are you still awake?" At like 7 in the morning. And I'm just like, "Nope, I'm not awake." Even though I'm awake. I'm just like, "Nope. I'm definitely asleep." Do I want to kill Gundam here? The answer is probably no. I probably don't. I probably just want to play like this guy end my turn. Then I have first strike available. We're gonna need some like really powerful juice to come into the Gundam scene in terms of like a lot of crazy power creep, crazy powerful cards, like New Gundam going nuts. You know, the G guy from G Gundam going nuts. Wing Gundam going crazy, of course. Okay, I don't have like anything to do here. If this thing suicides, I get a card back, which is a thing. Or I can play first strike here and get a card back anyways. Or not get a card back, but just kill him. Okay, I'm pretty happy with just that development there. Hot take by Dan Dell 22. Keep Ray and remove Shin for Atherin. For more board interaction, I feel Shin is weaker of the two pilots. Then you can take out the Blitz Gundam for Atherin units. So Blitz Gundam is one of the best Gundams period in the game, or one of the best cards in the game. So we can't take him out, but yes, I did talk about removing Shin because Shin is like complete garbage outside of Destiny Gundam, and there's a world where we can just say, hey, we're not going to play Destiny at all. Destiny Gundam is retired, and we're going to basically just play other stuff. And that is 100% a deck that I can get behind. I just haven't built it because it's, I don't know, trying to stick with, you know, on theme here for fun. But yeah, 100% is a hot take. It is a very good take because I agree with that as well. Okay, we have many ways of burning our opponent to the ground. So probably what we're gonna do here is grab this guy, kill this guy, and then we're simply going to nuke our opponent's draw power immediately. I'm gonna grab a Impulse Gundam, and then we need to kill everything else, right? So how do we do that? Let's put this guy on this guy. Let's kill his Gundam. We'll play an Impulse out. And then we need to get rid of this thing because I'm down to like no shields. And we'll get card value back at some point. A bit ashamed to say I might take 1 year war aggro tomorrow for NTC, mostly because I do want those top cards. I need better consistency on short notice. Yeah, cool. Yeah, just take aggro, man. Like literally just take aggro, take Blurple, which we all know is pretty solid. Or take 1 year war, which we all know is really good, right? There's no need to not do that. Take like, you know, we've done lots of win streaks on here. You'll do pretty well. Strike Gundam, do it, man. At NTC, play what wins. Shin feels so bad with no HP. Yeah, Shin is basically only in the deck because Destiny Gundam's in the deck. That's literally the only reason. Activate, bring back this dude, kill this dude. Activate, bring back this dude, rest this dude. Okay, I might have, yeah, we're okay. We did it right. We did it right, guys. We did it right. Do I want to attack him? Probably not. Probably just want to save it for... Don't be sure to assume to no shame in playing strong decks to go get the cards. Yeah, get the free $1,000. If you run Destiny without Shin, it just needs to be paired. Yeah, Dendel. It just, yeah, just slower. And the slower part is what killed me, which is why it's pretty much like there's no point of running Destiny at that point. In my opinion, because you already only want to run 3 of him, and if you run like 1 or 2 of him, you'll pretty much not see him. Like you could run 1, to be honest, just as like a, you know, ace in the hole kind of deal. But you could pretty much just turn your deck into a much more aggressive deck, which I think would be pretty cool. Let's kill that guy. Let's kill this guy. Let's play this guy. Let's play this guy. Playing pure aggro or blocker swap is the only lame. Is only lame at weekly local, in my opinion. When there are valuable cards on the line, it makes sense to pull out all the stops. Yeah, I mean, there's like $500 to $1,000 on the line. Just go get the free money, man. Just go get the free money. I'm dead, right? Because he has an attack. Yeah, I'm just dead. So. Okay, guys, let's do the let's remove Destiny Gundam. Remove Shin from the deck, because who needs Shin, right? Shin is useless. And then let's put in Atherin Zala, baby. We could obviously put in Tekiden Mikazuki, which is even superior, but we're gonna go Atherin because we're gonna try to stay on theme here. How do you spell Atherin? Oh, it's Athrun. Okay. Yeah, Atherin. Then obviously we're gonna put Aegis Gundam into the deck because Aegis Gundam is sick. This card is so sick. Free damage. Now we're going down this route. We don't need. I'm definitely not gonna be running this many Force Impulse Gundams. I think one is like totally acceptable, if not 0. Blitz Gundam still gets us a lot of value off of multiple different ways. Impulse Gundam to control the board. Again, do we need multiple Impulse Gundams? Not really. It's kind of just what it is. I feel like it's only there for sword, honestly. This sword needs to be reduced to 2. This blocker here is still in the deck. Which is cool. Blitz Gundam, Aegis Gundam, and then there's MA mode if you want to be very aggressive. Adjusted Gundam is obviously extremely good card, like, but if we're not playing white. And then Atherin mode, or Atherin MA mode here, just for the breach value, could be pretty sweet. It's pretty expensive though, but we'll go like this. And then Savior Gundam, eh? We can also play this guy. Choose 1 to 3 enemy units with 3 or less HP, return to the owner's hand. Could be just a big. Oh no, he's white. Never mind. Do we need close combat or anything like that in the deck? The answer is probably not. Do we need more awakened power in the deck? The answer is probably not. Do we need a single Destiny or a single Shin in the deck? It's probably just a single like Savior Gundam that we can bring back with Force Impulse, which makes me want to play 2 Saviors just to have the ability to board wipe my opponent completely. And then we need to reduce something from the deck overall. Probably one of these guys, if I'm being honest. Could reduce the Blitz Gundam as well, but I find it to be so useful. We could reduce the Aegis Gundam as well. Reduce the Aegis Gundam for 6. No, let's keep the Aegis. Let's reduce like the sword. Whoops. Could reduce the base as well, but let's play like one of these for now. We're back to Atherin, which I mean honestly is not a horrible thing, because it can stop aggro, it just can't stop Zeong. Zeong is just too much, which I think a lot more people should be playing Zeong because of how it wins games. There's so much card advantage. Anyway, about the money, I just like Aibo. And I like the alt arts with 100 play them to flex. Yeah, down to try the Militia Minerva combination. Yeah, I can try it. Echo. Play purple white lupus then. I think reducing the sword impulse is a step in the wrong direction when you're already having a problem with the enemy board interaction. That is true, but it's only one card. And I do run blockers in the deck. Also, like, Savior Gundam hopefully will give me that interaction that we added in for interaction purposes, so. And Atherin, obviously. Now we have Atherin, so technically we have more interaction with our opponent's board with Atherin being in the deck. So I think overall we're totally fine. But again, it could go back up to 2. We just need to play it overall, but I don't want to take too long adjusting on stream. I run my purple with 4 Shin, 4 Rain, 2 Luna Marie. Yeah, I don't like Luna Marie. We're going to... Wow, what a fucking hand. He's not playing aggro, so we'll just do this. Savior is one of the worst cards in the game. Okay, it's definitely not one of the worst cards in the game, because you know what one of the worst cards in the game is? It's like a GM. That's what one of the worst cards in the game is. It's a vanilla 2/2 that does absolutely nothing except ruin our lives. I think a lot of us watch you for deck theory more than actual gameplay. Oh, I mean, yeah, if we want to talk about deck theory, I can do it, but... The thing is, only my clients who are in the chat actually understand what's going through my head when I'm adjusting the deck. So I can adjust it again after this, and it just takes time. Well, it doesn't take that much time, but, you know, let's test run it a few times and then we'll go back to it, I guess. I also already play tested this variant of the deck a bunch. I just couldn't find a single way to beat Zeong One Year War consistently or anything. So yeah, I don't think Savior is one of the worst cards in the game. It's an LR. An LR literally, like, pretty much can't be one of the worst cards in the game. Yeah, I'll block it. Why not? You guys liked my stream yesterday? My yesterday's stream was actually pretty deck building theory and talking about how to view the deck and the options it has. Okay, I have no Atherin right now, which is a thing. If I do Aegis Gundam, I can just do Phantom Zaku, but... Okay, Aegis Gundam's gonna get me through the next turn when I turn her to 5 AP and kill this blocker. We also don't have any burst cards in this deck right now, which, you know, I'm staying away from that as a whole since the deck is very unit based. So I don't want to be like, let's just play a bunch of other stuff. Here's Atherin. That's a very good sign for us. Atherin also, by the way, you guys probably haven't seen me play a lot of Atherin, period. but Athrun is one of like my more of my favorite pilots in the game. Links with coordinator trait 3, 4. Right. During this turn, this unit may choose an active enemy unit level 5. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna have to let him die. It is what it is. Like, I can't believe like 4 cards have brought me down to 2 HP. I guess I would be at 3 HP if I didn't kill myself with bases, and 4 HP if I didn't play any bases at all. But I guess one of my bases did take a hit though, so I'll be at 3 overall. Oh my god, these Blitz Gundams are killing me right now. Okay. I hate decks in this game. I hate Gundam is so inconsistent, and MSA Arena on top of that does not help. So last game we went through triple Aegis. This game we're also gonna go through like looks like triple Aegis, double sword. Like I only have 3 different cards in my hand. It's kind of disgusting. Let's just play a dude. Yeah, exactly. It's MSA's fault, right? Exactly. It's like every time I played in person with this deck, which I played like 30 games or more, I did not have a million Blitz Gundams in my hand. I'll tell you that right now. Or Aegis. Like, look at this. Back-to-back games, we have the exact same hand, pretty much. Is kind of insanity. Oh, I should have killed the dog. I don't know why I didn't kill the dog. You know what? I'm just gonna take all the hits in the face and save the base for like later in the game, and just say screw it. We'll try to get like an 8th HP or something, or hope that there's a base in our shields. Okay. Play more GMs. Cool story, bro. Yep, more GMs. Cool story. This is definitely not what our deck is meant to try to 100. Oh my god. This is insanity. Let's kill this guy. Gotta play the base. And we're just dead. We're just dead. Okay. Let's go back to the deck, because not the deck's fault. Got up the blocker count to 4. Got to reduce awakened power. Like, rather than playing a 3rd Impulse Gundam, we're just gonna play the 3rd Awakened Power. This is gonna do something for us. Obviously, 4 Exia for close combats. 4 blockers, aka Rick Diaz with Lifrits. 4 Sword Impulses, aka Fatal Strikes. And dudes, obviously. Also, like, a Rozel's, I guess. Link. One of the best cards that Red has to offer, period. Aegis Gundam, just more Athrun links. so we can be consistent enough. And breach. Sword just to rest your opponent. Random dude just to bring Saber Gundam or anything else we need. Obviously having blocker and having the 5/3/3 level 5/3 cost, one of the best stats in the game. And then 5 AP to kill anything we want. Saber Gundam to just be wing zeros essentially. And also breach obviously. Yeah. I mean the deck is pretty stock standard here, but some pretty shitty runs. If you had Saber, you could have board up your opponent's. Wait. Dang, if you had the Saber, you could have board wiped your opponent's stuff. By the way, Shin Dual Blitz, the winning combo in this color combination. Yeah, we just had that built. That's my default version of the deck, obviously. I'm the guy who popularized. We're talking about Dual Gundam, not Blitz Gundam. Dual Gundam is just we're not playing Dual Gundam because we're playing obviously Exia and a blocker instead. So we're not trying to put Shin onto a unit that's gonna die and then breach and die basically. For all range attack and Praemus, it gives you all 4 of them in the open hand. Already playtested all the all range attacks. I've literally cheated in playtesting by having my entire deck in my hand, any card I want, period, and we still can't beat aggro. That's the reality of it. The reality is that people playtest with pretty much everything available in their hand and then play into aggro, and the aggro has a slightly above curve. They will just kill you. And it comes down to whether or not your shields actually significantly impact the game, which is why I think burst is still the most important way to play, or the best way to play. Yeah, purple cards. Yeah, it's big yikes. Purple CB, Tekadin, obviously. Alright. Minerva is like making me want to die. But we should make this deck go back to its original route, which is get rid of Savior, get rid of the blocker to 3, get rid of Aegis, get rid of MA mode. Awaken Power, get rid of Atherin. Just so when people click on my link from the YouTube videos, they can actually see the deck list for what it is for the most part. I also have Zaka Warriors in the deck just to be more like early game oriented and trade or resummon him if I need to, but yeah, not doing that right now. What am I missing? Impulse Gundam was at 4. Exia was at 4. This guy was at 3, 4, 4. Blitz Gundam. Destiny. We're looking at something like this, and then this was the last card that I had in the deck, which we'll just turn it. Yeah, we'll just leave it out like that. It's fine. 7 is a good enough amount. So the deck list, go back to my decks. Minerva is doing its thing. I want to play more League Militaire actually on stream as well, or Wing. Bandai could fix the entire problem with one simple rule change. Yeah, they could. The reality is that shield you need to fight back like in Digimon. If the swing into shields and you flip an Impulse Gundam, it needs to deal 3 damage back. See, the problem with that is that Wing Gundams and everything else will start dying, and the game will again become... If they do that, then it's going to become, okay, everything's going to burst. Then like they did with Digimon, they're going to introduce things like jamming or whatever the hell. And... I mean, it would incentivize you to run even less overflowing affections or command cards because they don't have any security checks on them, like Path to Victory or anything. Just play a bunch of units and it probably pretty much just nullify aggro completely, I think, at that point. Because that's what you basically want when you're playing like a red burst deck, is you want every single one of your shields will kill your opponent's unit on the spot. And if you have 6 burst cards that are like all close combats or improved techniques, I think aggro just can't win, period. Thinking of skipping tonight's locals, just don't have a deck I enjoy playing. I kind of get what girls go through when they look at a closet full of, say, I have nothing to wear. 100% agree. Yeah, there's not too much going on in GDO4, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Overall. I was playing this yesterday just for like funsies. It wasn't doing too hot, but we'll run it on stream for you guys. Maybe we'll get some better luck this time around. But we're seeing a lot of blocker decks like on MSA and just random sprinkle of aggro here or there right now. Probably because nobody wants to play aggro in the first place because it's so boring and automatic. As much as all the top players like aggro takes significant skill at the highest level to reach the top of the food chain, it's like, dude, nobody cares. Like, let's be real, nobody gives a shit that you're making one more different play than we are to win in a game that you probably would have won anyways, or you would have lost anyways. It doesn't really matter. And it's not rocket science, let's be real. I like Dual Assault Shroud a lot. I think Dual Gundam is one of the best cards in the game as well because of its ability. Its ability is just so good that, you know, yeah, it's just a very, very good ability. So we're just waiting. I talked about it yesterday on stream. We're just waiting for like the red side of Zaft or whoever, however we pronounce the pilot, to get his power up essentially. Yeah, we're just gonna go aggressive as much as we can here, blowing our EX resource because this guy's playing red, and against red we want to just say like, yeah, we're gonna kill your shields and then kill you is the idea. So I love Dual Gundam Assault Shroud. Wait, is Assault Shroud the one that attacks standing units, or is that just the whichever one resurrects or summons a card off the top of your deck is like very, very good. He's going to 5 next turn, which is totally fine. He does have enough to play close combat. So we'll just go wide on him for now and see what he wants to do, which he has no actions in his hand, I guess. Yeah, I think that card is very, very good. Turns this guy into a blocker. Very good card. One of my Zaft clients pretty much only plays Zaft, and he did pretty well at his locals and new types with it. Overall, pretty solid, good win rate. Yeah, I don't care about your dude. I just want your shields, buddy. I just want your shields to disappear out of my face, like, immediately. Okay. And this is like one of the reasons why you don't want to be playing red. Is if you see your opponent playing red, please just attack the shit out of them, and then they need to like literally top deck for 2 or 3 turns in a row to beat you, or get really strong bursts essentially. And if you don't do that, well, okay, this guy's dead. Cool, awesome. Not trying to sound rude, but genuinely curious what your accomplishments at the game. What are my accomplishments at the game? My accomplishments in the game of Gundam card game are, let me look at this hand. I don't have a GM, but whatever. My accomplishments are that my clients, which is about 50 of them or whatever, win events. Okay, they win more, they win more, they win all the Gale Strikes and Kiras, and they win more, and they win more, and then they win more, and they win winner boxes, they win more new type challenges, they win all these Kiras and Freedom Gundams, and the list kind of keeps going on and on, like 4th place with Wing, more Freedoms. So that's kind of the gist of the accomplishments in this game. Do I want to play the GM here? No, because I need to drop multiple things next turn. I played you on MSA and you always play so good. Or other games? I think on MSA Arena I make a lot of mistakes because I'm streaming half the time, and like there's a, yeah, sometimes my turn just skips. But my accomplishments are pretty much in other card games or other games in general is I'm one of the best Warhammer 40k players in the world. Self-proclaimed, I guess, but I've beaten the rank 1. Anybody who's on Team Canada, me and my buddies have beaten or played into. Not every single one of them, but like at least 1 or 2. I've been in the same tournament with Scary, who's an Art of War. He's been playing Drakari for like 25 years. Resides in Canada as well. And I own like literally $40,000-$50,000 worth of Warhammer. And then I've been I was doing college math in the 1st grade, so you can probably say that I'm smarter than most human beings on the planet. Not to be like cocky, that just, you know, if I'm doing college math in the 1st grade, it just means I'm relatively going to be smarter, not in all aspects or like in every single thing obviously, but just in some stuff is my point. Not like, you know, not saying I'm 100% smarter than every single person. I'm just saying, whether you want to say that through IQ or picking up things a lot faster. I've been playing chess. I could beat players who were about international masters levels in the 2000s when I was at the age of 6 as well. Probably even at the age of like anywhere between 5 through 8. And then I was playing Yu-Gi-Oh card games, Magic the Gathering. I guess the first glimpse of understanding, like, I was super good at being very good at deck building and understanding problem solving, critical thinking skills, obviously outside of the math, was that. Do I want to rest this guy? I guess I do. Was that before YouTube or any of these things, I built the exact mono blue tier 0 deck by scratch, not even having played Magic the Gathering or anything, just simply by looking at the set. I believe the set was, it was like Mirrodin or something, the original one. And just by looking at the set and the cards in it, I could configure how Magic the Gathering was played. And I built the tier 0 deck, mono blue, looking at all the cards that were available. And I didn't know it was the best deck of the format until like way later. And then everybody was like, wait, we just realized that you actually had built the best deck in the game, and no wonder people couldn't beat you, because it was obviously the best deck in the game. But I didn't obviously play Magic. And then when I went to my very first tournament of Magic the Gathering, I won it playing that. That's how I found out. Well, that's not when I found out. I found out later, but that's how that was my first glimpse of like, hey, these guys are actually not that good. And I was also playing into people, like into cards that I didn't really know existed, because they were using other cards and other colors as well. And then I played Yu-Gi-Oh! A bunch, went to nationals, went to regionals for Yu-Gi-Oh! All the way from like the beginning of Yu-Gi-Oh! All the way till basically when Synchro Monsters came out, and I stopped playing basically after peak Edison era, I guess, which is like Dark Arm Dragon, Crush Card Virus, all that stuff. When all that stuff got phased out is when I pretty much stopped playing playing all that. I'm gonna kill his shields here. And then how do I accumulate all my clients? My clients I've been coaching for 10 years. I don't just coach like card games. I coach League of Legends. I coach Warhammer 40,000. I wanted to be a teacher when I grew up, but then I got expelled from high school for being too cool, I guess. And then after that point, I pretty much just played a bunch of League of Legends. And after League of Legends, around COVID, got into 40K. And after that, got into card games again recently. But all the knowledge that I built on card games has been from when I was like 6 years old till like the age of like 11 or 12. And then obviously, this is enough to kill him, right? Yeah. So we get another win here just by being aggressive. Okay. Yeah, let me rate chat. So that's how I got all of my things. Don't you go to NTCs? I never heard you talk about your IRL gameplay locals. First time I heard the college math bit, I cackled. My dad is big on math and was went to school for mathematics and all that stuff. Nope, I did not get my GED. I tried to get my GED, but they tried telling me what a noun and pronoun is, or are, and adjectives, and I basically said, F this, I'm leaving. Because I would have to sit there for about 2 years to just learn something that I learned in like kindergarten, I guess. Yeah, so I don't have a GED or anything like that. No problem, T-Bone. Yeah, so I have a bunch of clients on my server. I mean, you know, testimonials are here. Whether somebody thinks I'm full of shit or I'm the coolest person ever. I mean, this is literally why people ask me, like, where's your proof or whatever. It's like, I have my testimonials here. If you don't believe me, you gotta believe one of the guys in these testimonials, whether they're from chat, whether they're from a different game. And most of these guys I'm going through right now, like look, okay, so Gab's right here, right now. This isn't me playing at regionals, but this is 7-2 at the Chili, okay? and then his buddy went on to take second place at the regionals and almost taking first place. Okay, with some like cheating conspiracy, all that jazz going on. Okay, so it's not just like me. And then my what do you call it, like my local scene, I don't go to my locals because there's no real point of me going to locals. Number two, it's like a 20-minute drive for me to get there, and it's just me. Yeah, not for you not believing me, T-Bone, just for everybody else who's listening to this right now or in the VOD. And then new type challenges like the local. So I live literally bordered to Detroit. So there's like 3 different cities that are coming to my city to play in the store championships. So I think we had like 100 people or something sign up for it. So obviously I didn't get into it. And I don't always have the ability. I only get 1 new type challenge per, like for Lupus, for example. So right now for Lupus, I believe there's only 1 new type challenge in my city for Lupus, and there's only 32 slots, or some of the stores even have like less slots for new types. So it usually just gets filled up. It just gets filled up. How much do you charge for coaching sessions? I charge $40 an hour, and then my monthly is $350 US. The monthly is 8 hours plus an extra hour for like pickup calls and follow-up calls, and then there's more into that, which if you want coaching, you can add me on CoachWing0 on my Discord username. It's CoachWing0 if you want to inquire about coaching or want to get coaching. Coach, can you find me one more time? Yeah, we can play here. Join me. So did you just end up getting your GED? Nope. First time hearing the college math thing. Do you go to NTCs? I never hear you talk about your RL gameplay. Yeah, that's pretty much it. This guy loves to trash talk people who is better at the game than him, just to drop some garbage, take some bad cards in this game. If you think my takes are bad, that's fine. But every single competitive deck that I posted was by myself, and then the Lupus deck ended up winning a regional. The O deck now at the end of GDO3 started popping off, and so like I believe in these decks, so they don't need to play Kira 24/7 or whatever. And you know, if you don't believe me, I guess you guys can just ask my clients. Okay, just, you know, we had Luna play yesterday against me, who's literally topped regionals, 11 plays at regionals, and also went to nationals to go play. And you know, he plays against me as well. So if I'm dog shit at the game, or if I have bad takes, then everybody else that I play into that, you know, either play against me for practice or get coached by me must also be dog shit, whether they top regionals or not. And it's not just in Gundam, it's also like in Yu-Gi-Oh or Riftbound or whatever. I'm in the Toledo area. I don't know where that is. I don't actually drive. That's also why I don't really go out. Do I want to attack him? Not really. Actually, I do want to see what he does here. After looking into it, I don't see myself as a bad player. Won a couple NTCs and top decent amount of them, but with one more in-depth knowledge. Yeah, my coaching. So if you're already doing well, whether your local scene is extremely good, like top regional players, etc., in the United States somewhere, or your local scene is weak, etc., doesn't really matter. If you're doing very well at NTCs, that's obviously super good. You're doing well at locals. Like I did win my locals, and people get scared, or they get scared when they play against me. Like my last new type challenge that I went to, my first round opponent was literally shaking and having a goddamn panic attack playing against me, which, you know, I was gonna make a whole video about that actually, but I never ended up making one about it. Um, yeah, I don't really care. Just want to be aggressive. I can net deck and do well, but always want to be better at deck building and meta predicting for regionals. Yeah, if you want deck building, that's something that I'll literally teach you a formula. Like the formula that I use for deck building and ratios and everything, I will teach that to you. I don't think Stella's in chat. Otherwise she would drop the my coaching stuff. Maybe I have it saved in my thing here. There it is. So that's my information and all the coaching information there. A lot of people reach out to me for, you know, simply deck building or certain particular subjects that they want to improve at, whether it be a deck or a build, or sorry, a deck or a particular style of build for it, or an archetype, or simply how to play better, or a matchup, or simply they want to learn the fundamentals of deck building or advanced deck building, tempo. I can probably pull up something that shows you all of this in a second. Who has it? Who has it? The easiest person would be Howells to find, I believe, all the way up here. Nope, not that. I'll find it in a second. That's why RL events are even better. You can literally aura farm because your opponent doesn't. Your opponent, because your opponent to misplay and so forth. Yeah, exactly, 100%. Obviously you're not playing on MSA. You're playing online. Yeah, we're just gonna go aggressive. Completely do not care about his wing Gundam. That could be less of you and more his anxiety. When I used to play at locals, my heart would always be pound because of nervous. Yeah, exactly. That's why I wanted to make a video about it. This guy wing zero me. Yeah. I wanted to make a video about it because I was going to tell people that people should not have high anxiety. They should be chill and how to, like, you know, go about doing certain things. Do I just play this and then pass? And then, no, he has wing Gundam. He'll just swing into it. I could play this and then pass, since he cannot attack into that directly. Probably give me the best odds of winning the game right now. Yeah, I'm gonna make a whole video about it. You gotta not be freaking out, especially at my locals. Like, it's ridiculous. So, like, my coaching sessions, I've had a coaching session just about, like, you know, your mentality and your mindset. So it's not just about trading. People think that when they get coached by me, it's about, oh, he's gonna teach me about how to play the matchup, or he's gonna teach me about, like, deck building. But it's like, if you're a monthly client or you're going to regionals or you want preparation coaching, I'm literally coaching you. I'm not simply a trading card game coach. I've been coaching for 10 years. It's a different thing. That wins me the game. GG's. Nah, play level 6 and link next turn. Yeah, that's play. Yeah, got it. Got it, boys. Another win. Randomly winning with this deck. So yeah, like I literally coach League of Legends, and like full disclaimer, like in League of Legends, when I coach people, like I've made multiple clients cry. Okay, so like everything's like, you know, I've literally coached hundreds of people, and I have like actually made League of Legends clients cry because I need to break their super weak mentality, their snowflake aspect of themselves, and I need to push them just how, like, it might not even be something that I'm doing, and just be themselves. Like when you're an adult or your dad, right? Your dad is trying to teach you mathematics or making you do something, whatever, and you start crying as a kid. It's because you're trying to break through that frustration and basically evolve and become better. Or you start getting the math down and you start crying because you start realizing I'm doing it the right way, like I'm finally succeeding. And so they start crying, whether it be happy tears or whether it be like actual tears of like, I'm so mad right now, but I'm not going to take it out of my coach even though I want to. So yeah, and I've coached people in League of Legends to Challenger. I've coached people in Warhammer, all the way to, you know, taking down Team Canada members, so the best players in the country. And same thing in, I guess, other card games as well. Whether it be like Star Wars, Sue, when they first came out, I was playing that. I had a podcast with One Punch. That's where we met. And then now Gundam. A lot of you guys take my deck list, do really well, or adjust it a little bit and start winning your local events, your new type challenges, or just get new ideas that you guys want to implement yourselves. And I'm one of the only people who uploads deck lists like day one, and that's the entire point of the channel, is give you guys the deck list, give you guys what is, what isn't day one. Not waiting a month to recap what happened at regionals, not waiting until I finally won a regionals or topped a regionals, talking about my deck list, and then give you guys like one thing and be like, yeah guys, I'm playing aggro still, by the way. Aggro is doing really, really well, and if you guys want really good aggro coaching, you guys could like reach out to me and learn how to like win with the brain dead deck. Like almost every single person who signed up with coaching with me, like, is always surprised about how the coaching actually goes. It's completely a ground up fundamental rewrite, and it's the first like 2 to 3 hours, sometimes 4 hours, is like a university lecture. You're paying me for a course or to enter like the school essentially, or get educated, and then you're gonna learn, just like a college course or university course, that the first session or two are gonna just be the university professor talking, you're learning a bunch, and then if you get it all, which you will because it's a card game, not some high-level math course or biology, and then we start doing the hands-on stuff afterwards, once we like change up how you think about the game and deck building and give you the tools you need to succeed, essentially, I guess. GG's. Amra return. True, is Amra return exactly. Is your Discord server public? My Discord server is not public, which means my Discord server is only for my clients. It's only for clients, and the reason why it's only for clients is basically because people who get coached by me, especially for the monthly, they are trained under a certain way, or they're on the right path, and so when you're in the same school of thought as everybody else, there's not going to be as much disagreement, or any disagreements basically. So having people who are not in the same school of thought, not in the same mindset, they will either get frustrated by talking to somebody who's already been taught the ways, but they have not been taught the ways yet because they either didn't get coached on it or they haven't got coaching yet. So my Discord is not public for that reason. Not because I'm asking people to pay to join this Discord server like other people. It's not a benefit. It's literally because I want, like, I can make a second Discord server if I wanted for public people, but there's already so many Discord servers. Like, you know, if you guys want to talk to me, Midnight servers here, Raid Night server, the normal community server, etc. Like all three of these. My server is literally for clients only. It's not like it's super active, but it's a hub if you want to play test against each other or share ideas, or simply it just exists. Most of my clients don't actually use it, but we do chat in here for fun. Like, you know, in the general chat essentially. And because there's no outsiders, there's no discourse, and that's what I've been avoiding since day one. I don't want there to be discourse, because especially in games like League of Legends or a lot more complicated games like Riftbound or Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh, like, I can't lay out a whole diagram of why you're wrong. That's where coaching needs to come into play, because your foundation of wax on, wax off has to be on point. If you don't learn wax on, wax off, you're not gonna get it, basically. Okay, only somebody who's done wax on, wax off, etc. is actually gonna understand that, or who has seen Karate Kid. Is how I feel about it. I play the card games with the paid Discord server, so I understand. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and all you gotta do to join my Discord server, I invite everybody who is a client of mine. So once they get coaching from me, they pretty much get invited to the server. There's some people in my server who are not clients, but very, very few. Like One Punch, or a personal friend, or whatever. Like Rain Knight's in there. So yeah. It is 6 o'clock, guys. I have to go coach. We actually got on a big win streak at the end here, which is quite interesting, using this deck right here. Obviously a lot more aggressive approach, but we got to actually see it win, what, 4 or 5 games in a row, which is pretty cool to see. I don't think this is the best deck in the game, but this is, going back to yesterday's stream, the idea of what the deck can do and how it operates is there, right? And that's why I made this deck on stream. While the blocker version of the deck is probably a lot stronger overall, you guys can see that this version of the deck, while it might not be the best version, the idea works. And the idea is important, because when in the future we get additional cards, we can come back to the idea and understand that this idea is missing XYZ pieces. We got those pieces, the deck becomes a lot better. While other people might not be playing Gundam X or Vulture or Age, right? We had people in Raid Night server also take Age, my Age Academy deck, I believe it was, or Age Shenlong, and they went and won their locals and got top for a new type challenge. So like even Age in GDO 3 was getting topping at new type challenges. And the cool idea of like Big Zam from India, like the guy running all the Big Zams GDO 1 in a big tournament, getting to the top, right? It's the idea that matters. And if I'm the only one using the Big Zam idea, I might not cross the finish line. But if there's 100 players playing Blurple, somebody's bound to, you know, potentially get to the finish line. That's 100 attempts at getting top 8. If I go to a regionals 100 times, I'm probably gonna get to the top 8, you know, X amount of times or whatever, based on the deck I'm using. But if it's just me by myself, 100 regionals could take me 100 years, or 50 years, or, you know, 30 years to actually accomplish, etc. So yeah, all right, I'm gonna log out. I will see you guys later. I gotta go coach for the rest of the day, so catch you guys on the next stream. Maybe upload a deck video to YouTube or something soon. Maybe a wing deck list, because that's the deck that I would take to a new type now. not red purple CB. Because I played so much of it that I wouldn't take it anymore. But it's still totally okay. But yeah. Alright, peace out. Peace out. Thanks, coach. Yep, no problem. Yeah, T-Bone, if you want coaching, just add me at CoachWing0. Anybody else wants coaching, just add me at CoachWing0 on Discord.